Hey everyone, welcome to the OrtoTech Garage. My name is Keith. I was on the tool truck the other day and I stumbled across this unique looking tool. I thought it would be interesting to do a little product demo for you. So I've got this Matco Tools battery tester. It's really small and compact, and I really want to see how this thing stacks up against my much more expensive commercial grade battery tester that I've been using. Let's get out there under the hood and check it out. I've got this tool here with me that I've been using for a long time. This is made by Solar. It's kind of a little bit more commercial grade, used to test batteries, starters, and alternators to make sure that everything is working. We generally do this on just about every vehicle that comes through the shop. We want to make sure that we provide this receipt or this paperwork showing people that their battery is either good or bad when they come in. And this way they have some confidence knowing their battery's been tested recently when they're in for service. So a product like this is fairly costly. I don't know what they cost today right now, but probably somewhere in the $500 or more range for something like this with a little printer built in. We're doing digital inspections here, so a lot of times we're taking that print anyway and we're just taking a photo of it and uploading it to the customer's inspection report. So when I was on this Matco Tools truck the other day and I saw this product, I was talking to my local tool guy, and he was just showing me how this other tool should do all the same things. So I thought, for something that's much less expensive and quite a bit smaller, to be honest with you, it should do pretty much the same thing as this tool that I've been using for years. So really just wanted to show a product demo of both of these and show you how they stack up, give you the end result here when we're done, and give you my opinion on these tools. And I just want to give a shout out to my Matco tool dealer, Tom Cola. He did provide this tool for me at no cost. I want to be fully transparent. I'm not promising him a good feedback or review or a bad one. We're going to go ahead and do this demo and keep it honest. And I just want to let you know that I did receive this tool for nothing, but I'm not being paid to do this at all. This is just my personal opinion on this tool and how it stacks up against what I normally use every day. So this is the tool, the Matco Tools Bluetooth battery tester. I'm going to unbox this for you and just show you how tiny this thing really is. This is what intrigued me about this tool. When I open this, there's really not much to it, just some instructions in the box and this little clamp assembly. So this is kind of crazy. If you compare this to what I've been using over here, this monstrosity, and it's got this giant cable connected to it so that we can actually perform this test from inside the vehicle. So what this Bluetooth tool is going to allow me to do now is to operate this on a cell phone, on a cell phone like this from inside the vehicle. So before I connect this and I do this product demonstration for you, and we'll see how this thing works, I just kind of wanted to talk to you for a second about these conductance type testers. In the old days, we used to have what they call a carbon pile load tester. It was a gigantic machine that had a big knob on it, and you would set the current level to it to match your cold cranking amp ratings, and a bunch of smoke would come out of it, and it would it was a very large machine that had nasty odor to it and stuff sometimes. So the testers have come a long way. With these new types of testers, especially this one, you can see how small this thing is. There's really nothing to it. This is going to do a test a little bit different, kind of like the machine that I've been using for years. And this is the conductance test. So what it's going to do is measure the internal resistance of this battery going from the positive to the negative, through the plates, through the cells, through the electrolyte. And this resistance test is basically just going to let us know what the state of charge is of the battery, what its overall health is. So there are some specifications for batteries. Generally speaking, these batteries are going to be in the 6 milliohm range for a good battery, and that's for a flooded type battery. Some of the other batteries, like an AGM battery, actually have a little bit lower resistance range. So this tool is designed to pass a very small alternating current through the battery at a very specific frequency, and it's measuring its internal resistance that way. A lot of these testers are also measuring battery temperature, which gives them a little bit more accurate calculation of the battery's overall state of charge and its health. As the internal resistance goes up in the battery starts to sulfate internally. The lead plates get more resistance in them, and that's when this conductivity test is going to show that it's starting to degrade over time. So it's a fairly accurate test. This is kind of the industry standard nowadays. This is what everybody's using, something like this. Now this is definitely new for me. I haven't seen anything this tiny that's actually functioning. So this is why I thought this would be pretty cool. Run this test for you guys, let you know how it stacks up against that a little bit bulkier and older machine. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect this to the battery. Now just keep in mind, guys, the positive terminal always has a larger diameter post than the negative terminal. So we'll make sure we're hooking positive to positive and negative to negative. Let's go ahead and connect these clamps. I need to put this right here on the terminal. It's positive and negative. And what I see here, once this thing's plugged in, there's a little bit of a light here to let us know that we're ready to connect by Bluetooth. So we're going to use our phone here and connect to that. So like I mentioned earlier, these battery testers serve basically 3 functions. They're going to test the battery's overall health. They're going to also test the charging system voltage, and they're also going to check the cranking voltage. So that's going to let us know if this starter might be drawing too much current. Maybe there's something starting to wear out internally on the starter motor. The first test we'll do is the battery health test. I'm going to click the button. It's going to connect here by Bluetooth. And then we have to select the type of battery that we're working on. This is a flooded battery, which is meaning that it has electrolyte in it that's soaking all the cells inside. I should make mention too while we're here that a fully charged battery, flooded battery like this, should be about 12.6 volts to 12.8 volts. There are 6 cells independent in here. Each cell produces about 2.1 volts. So if you add those all up, 2.1 times 6, you get 12.6 volts. And that's what a fully charged battery should look like. This is going to measure that voltage for us, in addition to doing that conductance test we talked about earlier. We're going to select the rating here for cold cranking amperage. That rating is here on the battery. It says CCA at 0 degrees Fahrenheit should be 500. That's 500 cold cranking amps at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to enter that into this calculation here, and then I'm going to hit start test. And this is where it's going to start introducing some of that alternating current into the battery at a specific frequency to test that internal conductance. All right, so I've got my results here. It says the battery power state of charge is at 100%, and the battery voltage is at 12.8 volts, and the battery life on here is measuring at 100%. Current cold cranking amp capacity is being calculated at 585 cold cranking amps, which is well above what this battery is rated for. And it's telling us the internal resistance is at 5.1 milliohms. So that's below our our high reading of 6.0 milliohms is what it's looking for as a bad battery, 6 or higher. So again, as that internal resistance goes up, it just means the battery is starting to degrade over time. When it gets to a certain point, it's just going to let you know that this battery needs to be replaced. This one's testing good so far. The next step on here is to test the starting system. I'm going to hit this test start. It's going to ask me some questions here, make sure all the electrical loads are off. We're going to confirm that. It says click confirm and restart the engine before testing. So I'm going to click confirm. We're going to go ahead and crank this engine over. All right, so it looks like we've got a cranking duration of 150 milliseconds and a starting voltage of 10.2 volts, which is good. We're in the acceptable threshold here, and we're going to move on to the next step, which is the charging system test, to see if this alternator is working properly. Okay, it's asking us to go ahead and raise the RPMs up to 2,500. It wants to test this alternator's output with a little bit more speed on the alternator. Let's see what that does. We've completed the test. It's shown our on-load voltage at 14.3 volts, no load voltage at 14.38 volts, and our diode ripple is good at 11 millivolts. So if our diode ripple was higher than about 50 millivolts or so, we might be concerned that we've got a little bit too much alternating current coming out, telling us that's possibly something wrong with the alternator. The rectifier, the diodes inside the alternator could be going bad. That's the end of the test, and then what we want to do, I'm going to do the same exact test with our fancier tester here, and we're going to compare the results here at the end, and I'll let you know what I think about this. All right, we're on to part 2 of this demo here. We're going to use this solar machine, the one we've been using for years. We're going to hook this up, and we're going to run through the same exact tests. I'll talk about it as we do it, and we'll get that comparison when we're done. It's telling us the static voltage here is 12.75 volts. We're going to perform the battery test on it. Select flooded battery. Cold cranking amp rating. We're going to set it to 500 cold cranking amps. Okay, the battery's tested good, 12.7 volts and 590 cold cranking amps worth of storage capacity. Then we're going to move on to the starting test. So an interesting difference here between these two machines that I want to mention is that this one here is asking us to turn on all the loads. So put the headlights on, we got the air compressor running, got the blower fan on high. It really wants us to load down the system while it tests this, where the other one didn't ask us to do that. I don't know how it determines. I couldn't tell you, I'm not the engineer behind this, but I couldn't tell you how that one determined the load voltage versus no load voltage. This one clearly asks you to turn all the loads on and continue. My diode ripple is the same, 0.2, and our alternator charging volt now is showing with the loads on at 13.9 volts versus the other machine, which is a little bit higher there. It didn't seem to load the system quite effectively. Well, there it is. We've got two different testers doing exactly the same job. I'll just give you my overall thoughts on these, both of these products actually. They both work just fine. I didn't see any particular differences in the readings. It looks like the specifications we got from the Matco Tools tester versus the Solar Tools tester were pretty much on point. I wouldn't say they were identical, but close enough for government work, as they say. So I think the accuracy is there from either device. This one I know to work well, and if this one is reading the same as this one, I can only anticipate that it'll continue to do that. I can talk about a little bit about the differences here that I noticed as I was using them. Pros and cons here. This machine moves a lot quicker because it doesn't have a Bluetooth connectivity. And that I find to be kind of nice. Not that this one was particularly slow, but it took a little bit longer for it to go through some of the menus because it's using the app and it's connected through Bluetooth. Still worked just fine, no problem. I found this to be much more convenient though, because I could just sit in the car. This one has this gigantic cable on it that allows you to reach all the way in the car. And I'll be honest with you, most of the time it's just so cumbersome we don't drag it in the car. We'll actually kind of go in and out as we do this test a couple of times. So I do find it to be more convenient to use this tool with the app on a phone versus this one without. And then this one also has the printer in it, which I kind of mentioned earlier. The printer is not really necessary anymore. You know, the way we do things nowadays with digital technology, everything happens through images being transferred electronically. And for us to have to take a picture of this and send it is kind of cumbersome, whereas this other device just allows us to share that report on the phone directly to our devices where we can send that to the customer. So I found that kind of nice. So I think overall, if you're going to spend some money, I don't know what this tester costs nowadays. I want to probably $400 or $500. And this thing here is closer to $150. So I think for cost effectiveness, this is definitely a great option, especially for a do-it-yourselfer at home. When you've got 2 or 3 vehicles at home and you want to regularly check the state of charge of your battery and see how it's holding up. I think this is really a great option to have at home in your garage. It's fairly cost effective and it's tiny. I mean, you know, this thing will store just about anywhere versus something a little bit bulkier that I'm using. I think both of them get the job done well. So I hope you found that video helpful. I think this is a great device for you to have. Appreciate you following along with us. I hope you're enjoying this little new segment for us. We're going to do some tool reviews for you, as well as some other product reviews down the road. And just want to remind you guys that I wasn't paid to do this, but I was given this tool for free. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.